How's it going, everybody? Welcome to my Sailor Moon Crystal review. Today we are discussing episode 38, act 37, Infinity 11, Infinite Judge. It is the middle of the afternoon. Just so you know, I always watch Sailor Moon Crystal at 8:30 in the morning, my time here in Edmonton. Whether I'm working or not, I will watch it, even if I have like a little bit of time to spare before work. I literally rush out my door to go to work. You know what? I actually have today off, and yet I am still recording this video in the middle of the afternoon. And let me tell you why. I watched that damn episode like 6 freaking times. It is so good. I said this on my Tumblr. I have literally not enjoyed an episode of Sailor Moon, be it the original series or this series, as much as I enjoyed this episode. It is hands down the best episode of Sailor Moon ever, barring whatever's coming in the future. I'm holding out. Like, I can't just give this episode 5 pure heart crystals out of 5. I have to give it like 297 times infinity arc out of 5. Oh my god, this episode had me on the edge of my seat from the time it started to the time it finished. Everything was frickin' flawless. The music was amazing the entire episode. The animation was. Rainbow Double Moon Heartache, so epic. All of the Guardians throwing their attacks at once, trying to defeat Mistress 9 before Mistress 9 merged with Pharaoh 90. All the Guardians literally ran themselves ragged trying to attack that thing, and they just fell. Super Sailor Moon had this monologue about how all the Guardians have always been there for her back in the present and in the past and in the future, and she realizes this is her moment to save everyone, and she decides to take a swan dive right into the body of Pharaoh 90. I'm not sure what she's trying to gain by getting inside of him. Ew. But whatever the reason, I am so glad that it ended up awakening Sailor Saturn somehow. I'm not sure how that worked, but I loved it. Having the talismans react and then the Outer Senshi not really knowing what's going on. And the haunting music and Sailor Saturn just appears out of nowhere and transforms. We kind of got more of a Saturn transformation than we did in the original anime. Whatever, her entrance was freaking epic. Sailor Saturn is so freaking badass. Like, my mind is blown watching her. Just that smirk on her face where she just points out how she's always the uninvited guest. I was like, oh my god, I love her. I loved her to begin with. I love Sailor Saturn and Crystal like 10 times more than I did in the original. She has become my favorite Sailor Senshi. Clearly, she is about to put Pharaoh 90 in his place. She used her attack on Pharaoh 90 and it lifted him off the ground. And all of the Senshi and Tuxedo Mask are like hanging on for dear life to the ground, and I'm literally like crying at this point, like watching this. They are literally hanging on to the ground for dear life thinking this is the end. Looking helpless, crying. I was just like an emotional wreck watching this, like heart pounding and like hanging onto my bed. Like in my mind I'm thinking like this isn't gonna happen. This is obviously not the end. There's more arcs coming. But man, the emotions were high and it just, the adrenaline. I literally went skydiving this weekend and the adrenaline literally matches that watching this episode. I'm just so happy. Like, I have nothing more to say about this episode. It was amazing. It was flawless. It was beautifully done, beautifully animated, beautifully sequenced in music. What more is there to say? Does anyone agree with me on this though? I feel like I am being really bold by saying that out of the entire original series of the anime and this entire series, this is the best episode of Sailor Moon, period. It is going to be hard to top it, but I can't wait to see the show try. I will catch you guys next time. I am literally watching it again because it is so good!